Live. All right. We are live. Welcome to the WMAC Now initial reaction to Invicta FC 38. No one's in yet. We'll see if we get anyone in a minute or so, but mostly just going to be talking about the fights themselves and what went down in them, what was going on. The chat is open if you have any questions or want to leave a comment on anything. Personally, I was pretty disappointed with some of the judging tonight. I thought the judges actually did a pretty piss poor job in the last two fights. Not necessarily that I disagree with the main event result. It was more like how it was judged. I just thought the one judge was blind and should lose his job, personally, for just the way he scored it. All right, let's get started. All the way at the bottom first fight was Tanisha Tennant versus Serena de Jesus. Tennant won by unanimous decision. These were all unanimous decisions except for the main event, which was a split. So Tennant is supposed to be the same height as De Jesus, but I thought she definitely used her length and reach better than De Jesus did. Just a little bit better overall striking. Didn't really, well, that was the first fight in a long night of fights, so I have to really go back and review that one. Next fight was up at featherweight. It was Autumn Norton defeated Cheyenne Rincon. Man, Norton took it to Rincon. By the end of the second round, Rincon's face looked like that side of beef that Rocky Balboa was punching in the first movie. She was looking beat up going into the third. Norton's aggression was just insane. If she goes back down to 135, I want to see her against, what was her name? Girl that won at the last Invicta. Let me look it up here real quick. Girl that has a very similar style. Look it up here real quick. Hope Chase. So Hope Chase is 2-1. Norton is 1-1. I think that fight would be fireworks if they did that. Hopefully that's an obvious fight to make because that's just instant fireworks. Next up, back down to bantamweight. Lisa Verzosa, formerly known as Lisa Spangler, defeated Carrie Kennison. Another UD. Verzosa climbed to 5-0. Kennison fell to 3-2. Kennison looked good on the feet at first. I think she dropped Verzosa in the first round real quick. Didn't last, but Verzosa just all around overall more consistent with her work. Just all around. Not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, it was pretty much what I expected from that fight. Kennison went from 3-0. Now she's lost her last two. So it's going to be some back to the drawing board for her. She's going to have to do some thinking and some talking with her coaches about what to do now. Next up, Shanna Young defeated Mayu Suotama. Young climbed to 7-2. Suotama fell to 8-5. So the first round I thought was all Suotama. I thought it could have been a 10-8 round. But then Shanna Young came back in the next two and just took it to Suotama. Took it to her on the feet. Took it to her on the ground. Her takedown defense was working for her. Her sprawling was working for her. Young just really took it to Suotama, bloodied her up really nicely. After that first round, Suotama just couldn't get it done. Young figured out her game, figured out how to beat Suotama, and did it. So very nice win for Shanna Young. I thought after that first one, I was like, man, this could be Suotama's fight. Wrong. Yeah, so Suotama now, the last fight, of course, was ruled a exhibition. So officially, that makes 2 straight losses for Suotama. Lost last year and then a loss this year with that exhibition loss in between. So Suotama, who took a lot of years off from fighting, well, a number of years, from 2011 to 2017. She came back in 2017, picked up 2. Now she's down to 33 years old. She's another one. She's got to go back to the drawing board and sit down with her coaching staff and figure out what she's got to do. Then down at strawweight, Mallory Martin defeated Cynthia Arcio. This was not really a surprise to me. I'll tell you what was a surprise was Arcio striking. She was taking it to Mallory Martin on the feet. I did not see that coming at all. But anytime it hit the ground, and it hit the ground pretty much every time Martin wanted it to, was pure Mallory Martin, typical ground and pound. Nice win for Martin, but it was an okay win, I'll be honest. I mean, like I said, I said on my preview show video that this was kind of a gimme fight, and it looked like it, at least on the ground. On the feet, Arcio's piecing her up. So Martin needs to work on her stand-up, definitely, because eventually in strawweight, even though strawweight's not a wrestling-heavy division, she's going to eventually run into someone who's going to be able to stop her takedowns. And then what's she going to do then? She needs to work on her stand-up, because that's one thing about strawweight. It is full of stand-up fighters. So she's getting away with it so far in that she is a strong wrestler in a division that's, lacks significant presence of wrestlers and grapplers, excuse me. But the day's coming where someone's going to stop her takedowns. So she needs to definitely hit the boxing gym, hit the kickboxing gym. I think she's at Tiger Muay Thai now. So that should definitely help her out in the future. I mean, they just do great work over there at Tiger Muay Thai, rounding out fighters. So Cynthia Arcia, though, really surprised me with her stand-up. So hopefully they'll put her in with someone who will stand and bang with her next fight, and that'll make for some excitement. All right, co-main event. Vanessa Porto defeated Karina Rodriguez. Now, this was reduced to a 3-round fight. Rodriguez missed weight by 1.1 pounds. She absolutely had to make 115, and she weighed in at 116.1. She said on Instagram that after a certain point, her body just would not cut weight, which tells you that there was nothing left for her to lose, which is very unusual for her. I don't think she's never missed weight before. And, usually the Lobo fighters don't miss weight. It just doesn't happen with them. So that's a weird event. Hopefully she'll get it fixed next time. I will say I totally disagreed with this decision. I gave the first round to Porto, but I thought Rodriguez took the second and third round handily. Well, second round was pretty close. Third round was all Rodriguez. I thought Rodriguez edged the second round out, and then definitely took the third. Let me see. Are these up on MMA decisions yet? Yes, it is. So Porto defeats Rodriguez. Steve Graham, who's the weird one tonight, did give Rodriguez the third round, gave Porto the first two. All three judges gave the first 2 rounds to Porto, so at least they were all in agreement. I guess I'm the odd man out on that one, but I definitely thought that Rodriguez came away with that win. Now but man, Porto using very nice takedowns in the first round to dominate Rodriguez. But then in the second and third rounds, Rodriguez was really starting to use her range better. Started to keep her back off the cage better, which is a weird habit that the Lobo gym fighters have of just either circling themselves into the cage or not getting themselves off the cage. And that's something that whole gym needs to take a look at and work on. But definitely thought that she landed the better, more effective strikes in the second and third round. There wasn't much groundwork in the second round, and I don't think there was any in the third. So I had it Rodriguez, but I guess it could have gone either way, honestly. All three judges saw it for Rodriguez. Then the main event, strawweight title fight. It was vacant. Kanako Murata defeated Emily Ducote via split decision. The only split decision of the night in a night full of decisions. Murata climbed to 11-1. Ducote fell to 8-6. The first 2 rounds, I would most definitely give to Murata. I thought the second round was kind of close, but the first round was the single round that Murata had the most time on top. I thought anytime it was standing up, pretty much Ducote was winning in the stand-up. The ground is where Murata did her best work, which shows that, even though her stand-up is coming along a little bit, she's still got a long way to go. She is training at CSA Gym in California, which is, primarily a Muay Thai gym. Well, they're an all-around MMA gym, but the head coach there is a Muay Thai coach, really good Muay Thai coach, Kieran Fitzgibbons. So if she keeps coming to the U.S. and training there, her stand-up will definitely improve. But yeah, first round, I definitely gave to Murata. Second round was a little close. After that, I thought Ducote was taking it. It really just depends on how you score takedowns versus activity from bottom. And it's not that Murata wasn't landing ground and pound from on top, but when you're spending most of your time on the ground, when you're getting pieced up on the feet, a lot of your takedowns are getting defended. And then when you do go to the ground and you're spending a lot of time either defending submissions or being neutralized or getting hit yourself, I just don't see how you can judge it in favor of the fighter who's on top, just based on the takedowns alone. I think that is a holdover that has been in this sport for too long. You gotta score for deep submission attempts, and most of the armbar attempts that Ducote was landing went in deep. And yet, for some reason, what's his name? Stephen Graham scored rounds 1 through 4 for Murata and only gave Ducote the 10th round. Now, Greg DeVilbiss scored the first 2 for Murata and the next 3 for Ducote. I definitely agree with that one. 48-47 for Ducote. Kevin Champion had it 48-47 for Murata, giving her the first 3. And then Ducote the last 2 rounds, the championship rounds. But Stephen Graham, what fight was he watching? Did he just turn away for the 3rd through 4th rounds? Especially the 4th round was definitely not Murata's round. I'm sorry. I don't know what this dude was watching. It just drives me nuts, okay? I mean, I'm not going to complain that Murata won. It was a pretty close fight. It was a very close fight, obviously, if it went to a split and the judges can't all agree on it. But I mean, to score rounds from Murata that she definitely wasn't winning is just gross. I hate when that crap happens. It's like, basically, it's like, hey, fighters, don't get taken down ever if you want to win rounds. That's basically what that message sends. Or that's basically the message being sent by this particular judge. You better defend every takedown or you're going to lose the fight. Or you get taken down once, you're basically losing the round. That's the message I get from it. Yeah, that's the message I get from that. It's like, oh, if you get taken down and you spend any time on your back, you might as well just give up working from there because you already lost the round. It's so stupid. Just so stupid, and it's backwards thinking, and it obviously shows that this is a judge that doesn't train like most judges. I mean, geez, 4-1 for Murata. That's just ridiculous. I think I had Murata. I think I picked Murata to win. I can't remember. I might have picked Ducote. Even if I was wrong, I'm not even mad that I'm wrong. I mean, I'll admit when I pick a fight wrong, but the judging tonight in these last two fights was just, I don't know. It's like, if judging is going to be this bad in Missouri or in Kansas, on the Kansas side of the river, why didn't Invicta even move over there? They could have just stayed on the Missouri side. Probably because the taxes and stuff in Kansas are cheaper. I don't know. The referees, I would say, are generally better on the Kansas side. The two that Kansas always uses for Invicta, I would say that they're better than referees on the Missouri side that shall remain nameless. But, I mean, the judging was just crap, those last two fights. I agreed with the decisions on the rest of them, mostly because they were obvious. I guess it's last two fights were just a little close and whatever. I mean, yeah. Whatever. I mean, I'm mad tonight, and I'll be over it tomorrow morning. But we got one ladies fight at the UFC 244 tomorrow. I think that's it for this weekend. Yeah, Chukagian versus Maya tomorrow night. Maya missed weight today by, I think, 1.5 pounds or something like that. And then that'll be it for this weekend. Next weekend's going to be a lot better weekend. Like 5, I think, events total with ladies fights. All with, I think, at least 2 ladies fights. So, yeah, it'll definitely be a better weekend next weekend. And that's fine because give me more time this weekend to do some reviews. Eternal MMA, I think, was 49, was this morning, or Friday morning rather, down in Australia. Well, in the morning U.S. time, but it took place in Australia. Chelsea Hackett defeated, what was the girl's name? Something Zapesvini. Let me see. Eternal 49. Yeah, Chelsea Hackett defeated Nicole Zapesveri via KO TKO of the second in a second 8 seconds of the second round. Hackett climbed to 2-0. Zapesveri fell to 2-2. I didn't see the whole fight yet. I only got to see the end. Zapesveri kind of went for like a flying armbar, and Hackett was able, just like kind of like swept her off of it, and Zapesveri went like straight up hit her head off the canvas and was knocked out. Look it up if you follow some of the good MMA pages on accounts on Twitter, you'll see it. I think I might have retweeted it, so you can check out my Twitter page at now WMMA. It should be up there. Or I know Kaposa has it, Grabaka Hit, which is I think at Grabaka Hitman 2, I believe. But definitely check it out. I'm definitely going to watch it as soon as I'm done with this because I know I can't sleep right now. So Anyway, that's it. I went longer than I thought I was going to. So leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Please like the video. And hey, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to WMMA now, the best, fastest growing women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. And don't forget to hit that bell for notifications so you'll know when something new comes out. And we'll see you next time. End.